If you are a Palestinian, no one wants you. Everywhere we go, it's war against us. Mohammed is discouraged and angry. He keeps repeating that he wants to get away from Shatila, the Palestinian refugee camp in Beirut, where he is living now along with his wife, a daughter and 2 grandchildren. He fled from a Damascus suburb 3 years ago and now dreams of Europe. In Lebanon, he feels like a prisoner. As a Syrian Palestinian, here it is hard for him to find a job and he has to live in a 2-room house, while in Syria he had a big house, a well-paid wage, and he had built a good life. He cannot resign himself to have suddenly lost what he had got in 30 years of sacrifices. Shatila is a tiny, overcrowded neighborhood, less than 1.5 square kilometers. Approximately 23,000 people are living in such a maze of alleys, with electric cables dangling from the building, poor services, the garbage at each corner, and widespread poverty. Since the beginning of the war in Syria, the number of inhabitants has been increased, putting a strain on the keeping of already limited services. They are supported by the UNRWA, but the deepening resource crisis of the UN agency is affecting the beneficiaries. This is a shock for Palestinians arrived from Syria. There they had free services from education to healthcare and enjoyed equal rights with Syrians. According to the figures, currently there are around 45,000 Syrian Palestinians in Lebanon, and many of them have been settled in the 12 camps opened almost 70 years ago after the Nakba. In a dark and damp alley of Shatila, there is the Raja house, a widow of 40 years with 2 children. She is Syrian Palestinian too. Raja fled from the besieged Yarmouk 3 years ago, after her husband was killed in an infamous Palestinian refugee camp near Damascus. In Yarmouk the life was tough. She tells about the time they didn't have anything to eat and all around them was fighting. She was pregnant when she escaped from Syria, and her 3-year-old daughter, Mariana, has born in Lebanon. But in Shatila, it is difficult to get by too. The money is never enough. She has no job, and she is living from the UNRWA and other association support. Raja doesn't dream of Europe as Mohammed. She wants to go back to Syria. For her, Shatila is just a safe place to wait before she can return home.